Okay guys, so today we have no power, so I'm gonna make this video, and yes, we're still gonna work on this day that we have no power, and we're gonna continue solving systems of equations. And really, it's the same thing as yesterday. Now, the only thing is, yesterday we only had to solve for one equation. Now, both of them are in standard, so we're gonna have to solve for both equations. So, really, that's all I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna do maybe like 4 problems, and then I'll go on the back, and then I'll share this video with you. So it shouldn't take me more than like 5 minutes. So I'm going to solve for the first one by moving the x over here. So that's negative 2y equals negative x minus 6. I change the signs. 2y equals x plus 6. And then I divide by 2. So the answer is going to be y equals 1 over 2x plus 3. People, please be quiet. I'm recording. Now, second of all, for the second equation, I would just move the 2x, and that'll be y equals negative 2x minus 2. So I got my two equations there, and then I just graph them. So the first one, I start at 3, and I go 1 up, 2. 1 up, 2. Backwards, it's 1 down, 2 left. 1 down, 2 left. So I graph this. For the second one, it's going to be, I start at negative 2, and my slope is negative 2, so that's 2 down, 1. And I can't continue this way, so I go backwards. 2 up, left, 2 up, left, 2 up, left. So then I do this. My point of intersection is right there, which is going to be negative 2, 2. And because these are intersecting lines, this is known as consistent. Guys, be quiet. Consistent, independent. Okay? Now, for the next one, this one, I need to solve for y. So again, I move this over here, and it's y equals negative 2x plus 3. And I graph that right there, and I go 2 down this way, and I keep on going till I use up all the dots in the graph. And backwards, it's 2 up, left. For the other equation, I do the same thing. I solve for y, and it's going to be 3y equals negative 6x plus 9. And then I would divide by 3. So that's y equals negative 2x plus 3. Now, what do you notice about this and this equation? You'll notice that it's the same equation. So if it's the same equation, that means that the lines are coinciding. Guys, stop talking.
Sorry, sir.
So I do this, and it's a coinciding line. And so the solutions are going to be infinitely many. Solutions. And the name of the system is consistent dependent.
Is your cell phone light?
Dependent.
Light?
So now the third one, who remembers what the third one would be? The third one would be parallel. So I'm gonna do this one. This one, again, I solve for y. So it'll be negative 4y equals negative 5x minus 4. Guys, can you all tell the people that come in to be quiet? So then I change all the signs. And then I would divide by 4. Y equals 5 over 4x plus 1. For the second one, let me graph it. So I start at 1, and I go 5 up, 4 to the right, but it's outside, so I have to do it backwards. 5 down, 4 to the right. And I graph that line. Now, this one, 5x minus 4y. I need to solve for y, so it'll be negative 4y equals negative 5x plus 8. Change all the signs. And then, this is a minus. And then divide by 4. So y equals 5 over 4x minus 2. So I graph that and I go 5 up, 4 this way, 5 down, and I can't. So these types of lines are parallel, so that means no solution. And the name of the system is inconsistent. Now, so that's all we're gonna do because of lack of light. On the back, I needed to do these. So the rule for these, I'll start over here, Skylar. So there are 3 rules. If it's same slope, same y-intercept, it's going to be coinciding lines. If it's same slope, different y-intercept, the lines are parallel. If it's different slopes, the lines are intersecting. So let's remember the chart that I did. So this was intersecting lines look like this, parallel look like this, and coinciding look like this. Okay, so this has 1 solution, 0 solutions, and infinitely many solutions. And this is going to be consistent, independent. This is going to be inconsistent. And this is going to be consistent, dependent. So now I look at this. So look right here. This has different slopes. That means my lines are intersecting. They have 1 solution, and the name of the system is consistent, independent. This one is tricky because it looks like the slopes are different, but this is 6, and 12 divided by 2 is still 6x. So here they have the same slope, but different y-intercept. So it's like this. So these lines are parallel, no solution, and the system is inconsistent. Here, this has the same y-intercept, but to be honest with you, it doesn't matter in anything. It's all about the slopes. Now, this looks almost the same, but they're really not because of the negative, and this is positive. So that means different slopes. So if that's different, this is just intersecting. How many solutions? Just 1. And this is consistent, independent. Now, this one's tricky. This one has a negative y. That means I have to change all my signs because I need positive y. So that's positive. This becomes negative, and this becomes minus. Now, these two don't look the same, but if you were to simplify this, negative 10 over 6 on the calculator, you would get negative 5 over 3x, and negative 16 over 2 is negative 8. So this and this now become the same. So these would be coinciding lines, infinitely many solutions, and it's consistent, dependent.
Morning, teachers and students. All students should be in their first period class. Teachers, please remain in the hallway and make sure students get to where they need to be. We need to start clearing out hallways. We will have a delayed start. We still have traffic. Just an FYI, we still have a partial power outage. Some classrooms are fully operational with lights and power. Other classrooms have no lights but do have power. Teachers have been advised to consolidate or combine classrooms or use a classroom that is empty or has a conference period right now that has power. Please continue to do so and consolidate. Keep instruction going. We have restrooms also with power outages. So those restrooms will be locked, students, but we do have some restrooms that are open downstairs. So if you do need to go to the restroom, please give us a few minutes to get them ready, and we should be able to resume regular class period here shortly. If you have any questions, teachers, please don't hesitate to buzz us in the office. Thank you.
Okay, these have the same slope but different y-intercepts. So as long as the y-intercepts are different but they have same slope, these are parallel, no solution, and inconsistent. And last but not least, this one, these look different, but if you think about it, this one has zero slope. So the slopes are the same, the y-intercepts are different. So again, these are just parallel, no solution, and inconsistent. So I will be walking around without light, trying to help you. I did the notes in like 10 minutes, and there's nothing new that we've learned except for solving for all of them. Got it? Okay.